Hello and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight. We've got episode 5 of Curse of Strahd. Welcome back, Tim, Andrew, Michelle, Stefano. This is our, I guess we call it our holiday special, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This is the holiday special because we are taking a short holiday break over the month of December and the start of the new year because, holidays kind of fall right around when we'll be playing. So some of us will be away, a vacation, things like that. So we decided we'll just take a couple weeks off. We'll be coming back in January. Stay tuned, though, for updates. You can look on YouTube Community tab as well as social media for any updates to the schedule. But before we get into I got a couple announcements and things like that. Before we get into all that, it is so great to have you here. It's that wonderful time of the year where people wear funny hats and they sing songs and things like that. Carolers. You don't even have to be named Carol to Carol. It's amazing. It's a wonderful time of year. And I want to start with an icebreaker question, okay? And it's about gifts. All right? I think we all agree. Gift giving is something that's part of this holiday. It's holiday season. It doesn't matter what you celebrate. Gift giving is this is the thing to do at this time of year. So my icebreaker question to all of you, and I'll let you think about this because I want to know. I'll give you some time to either make up a lie or a half-truth while I give some announcements, all right? Does that sound good?
Great.
All right. Get ready for this. Have you ever received a gift and then re-gifted it? If so, what was it? And before we go into it, I'll let you all think for a second. Think about how you want to lie about this and you want to embarrass yourself on live TV. Couple announcements. We've got an excellent show taking place of Curse of Strahd. In fact, I found some of the most dedicated Tabletop Bob panelists, forget you all, and they're going to come on, and we're going to be playing a game of Merkborg. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of this game before. It's called Merkborg, M-O-R-K, yeah, B-O-R-G. It's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's Swedish, but I could be wrong.
Swedish for Dark Castle.
There you go. Thank you, Andrew. And Andrew is going to be a part of this. He's going to be on. It starts next week. Strahd's not. We're not playing on the 19th. We're playing on the 20th. It's going to be Wednesdays, 3 Wednesdays. It's going to take us through the holidays. I found the people on Tabletop Bob that have played that are. They have nothing going on in their lives, so they're free, able to do stuff. Unlike all of you, you're so busy, except for Andrew. But we're going to be playing Merkborg, and it is, oh darn, I wanted to bring the book here. I think I've showed this book before on the channel. It's a work of art. It is, if you haven't seen it right now, keep this on, open a new tab, go to Google, search Merkborg. You got to look at this. The game is, like I said, it's like dark metal fantasy. It looks like a heavy metal album became an RPG. That's what it looks like. And it's just a sadistic, dark, twisted world. Kind of reminds me of like a low technology Warhammer 40K. That's what I would describe it as. And we're going to play that game. It's a very rules light RPG, which means we can not learn all the rules and probably do okay. So that's what we're best at, not learning the rules and doing okay. So that's coming up here on the channel. It'll start on December 20th. It'll go to the 27th as well as the 2nd. And if we come back with Strahd on, or the 3rd, I should say, if we come back on Strahd on the 2nd, we'll let you know. Then we'll have 2 games that week. Otherwise, we're going to be coming back in the 9th, and that'll be our return date once the holidays are all over. And I'm also going to do a little update channel stream. I keep forgetting the name of it. Whatever the president does when they give a speech.
State of the stream.
State of the stream, state of the channel. Thank you. That's what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to do that probably in the new year, probably the first week of January. So we'll do something like that and get you updates. I've got a lot of plans for 2024. I think 2024 might be the best year ever on the channel. Yeah,
wow.
I know. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. I think a lot of channels, they like fall off. It's a big dive right after year 2 or 3. We're going strong. 2024 is going to be the best year, without a doubt. So, have you had enough time to think about the lies you want to tell about these gifts you've been given? I can start us off if you don't. Oh, Stefano, please go ahead. Yeah. Have you ever been given a gift and not wanted it?
Well, the answer is no. But I can at least say this. I'm going to modify the question. I have bought a gift for someone.
Oh.
And then just kept it myself instead.
Wow, what a way to dodge the question. Go ahead, tell us about it. What was it? What'd you get?
What did I get?
Yeah,
It
what'd you
was a
buy yourself, essentially? Yeah.
it was a ramen bowl set.
A ramen bowl set.
Yeah,
I assume you like ramen then.
I do. I also just like soup in general.
Was it for somebody on the channel that we know?
I'm not. No.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. Interesting. For me, it's easy, actually. I'll tell you right now.
Wait, real quick. I also used it today.
Oh, look at you. Terrible. It's not that bad. The person didn't know. You honestly didn't hurt any feelings, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. For me, it's actually very easy. We've gotten tons of gifts over the years for the kids, like tons. And inevitably, we always get duplicates of them. Like duplicates of board games. I don't even know. But the one thing that we got recently was we got these. I don't even know Bluey. I don't know if you know Bluey.
I literally went to see him at the theater recently.
You saw Bluey at the theater?
Oh yes, and we did Keepy Uppy.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is so Andrew's on the same wavelength as we are.
Yeah.
At our house. What about all of you? Do you know Bluey? You ever hear of it?
No.
I know of Bluey, but I haven't actually seen any.
Okay, Bluey is a show that was obviously made for adults, but it masks itself as a kids show, and it's way more important to the parents than the kids, but the kids also love it, so it's great. And we got these Bluey board games and stuff like that, so absolutely we got multiples of them. We gave one away as another gift. We kept the other ones, and we got a bunch of them. They're really great games, on top of the fact that it's a great show. And if anybody here wants to just sit by themselves and cry to a cartoon, Bluey is the one to watch. It's so good. So anyway, what about you all? What other things have you gotten as gifts and regifted?
I can jump in as we're talking about kids' gifts. So I don't remember anyway regifting a gift to me. I may have sold one or two on eBay, but I don't remember regifting them.
That counts though. Selling them, that counts.
But when you have kids, you get a lot of gifts, and not everybody buys age-appropriate gifts for kids.
Oh.
So a lot of things you get a lot of kids gifts not 10 years older than your kids can do.
Is a content warning here?
Yeah. It's like, well, it's not a content. It's like, design this solar-powered robot for your 4-year-old. It's like, no. So I actually have a shelf in my basement which is populated with these gifts.
Oh.
And then it's like a toy stop. Instead of spending time going to the toy store when there's a kid's birthday party, you're like, oh, we forgot the gift. Let's go to the re-gift shelf. There you go.
Andrew's got a shop of regifting toys.
I have a whole process, a business process of regifting.
Wow, look at that. Andrew made a whole business organization us. By the way, Andrew has gifted gifted us many of his children's toys over the last few years. It's actually great. It's and Andrew, got anything else for us?
It's really for the environment.
That's true. We still have that Paw Patrol tower that you gave us a couple years ago.
Yeah,
it's a massive tower. It's right there. I can't show you because you're never going to see it, but it's literally a massive tower, the Paw Patrol tower. If you don't know, oh man, you're missing out. Anyway.
I mean, not to get into it, but I also saw Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie, which I would also recommend.
We just we what did it? We rented it, bought it, we streamed it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie, excellent job. Kids movies they're coming back. I think there was a period where kids movies were not so good, and now they're coming back. What about you, Michelle? Tim, tell us your dark secrets.
Well, I have a couple things which I have been gifted recently for my last birthday, which I'm probably going to regift, but I have not done so yet. And the reason why is because they were given to me by students who, for some reason, were under the impression that my favorite color is pink, and not just any pink. They thought it was Barbie pink, very bright.
Okay, return Michelle's present.
Yeah, darn it.
Returning
the list for me too.
pink Barbie. Go ahead.
So-
Go ahead.
I got her a Barbie in Barbie pink.
Oh, wow. But yeah, they gave me a bunch of really sparkly, bright pink things, which like the intention is so nice and I really appreciate it. But gosh, is it like really, really the opposite of my preferred aesthetic? Like I would never actually use these things in real life, and it feels like a waste to me to just like leave them sitting around.
So then maybe it is
So
best to try to give it to somebody that will use it. Yeah.
yeah, like Andrew, it's good for the environment, you know?
Right,
There
there
we
you
go.
go. Yeah.
So
Nice.
there you
Saving the
go,
world.
pink things.
You see, that's the thing. Even Michelle can sound so thoughtful when she talks about giving away somebody's gift. What about you, Tim?
I don't think I've ever had the privilege or pleasure of like regifting.
Tim's never
my-
gotten a gift in his life.
I was gonna say my family were pretty much like, "What do you want?" And then whatever you write down, like if it's reasonable, they'll get it, and they're not gonna like if you don't write anything, like, "Well, you want nothing, and you get nothing." Like it's very
All right, so
simple
then,
for us.
unless you have an answer, tell me
Oh,
this
I've got
then.
an answer. I'll tell you
Oh,
one thing
okay.
I would not regift Bob. Two members of the Discord, Nardkill and Nick Ray, have put up some phenomenal character illustrations, and then recently
Oh,
Nick Ray
yeah.
put up like the character models. I would absolutely not regift if I got those for the holidays. They are incredibly well done, incredibly thoughtful. So like, way to go, Discord, way to go, fans. I feel so important when I tell my friends, I'm like, I've got fans who draw me in art, and they're like, "Are
That's
you
a
serious?"
great.
I'm like, I'm 100% serious. I would never regift those. I'm so happy with them.
That's a great point. We've had a bunch of channel art already for this campaign. I've noticed that's become more of a trend as we've stuck with the channel. That kind of makes sense. We have more people watching and kind of contributing in a way. So yeah, like check out Discord. I have links down below for that. Social media as well. Like for example, you would have known that we're doing Merkborg in the next couple of weeks because I posted it today on social media. So all these things are stuff way for you to like really engage with the channel. The Discord is great because I'm always on there. You know, if I'm working or doing something, I have the Discord open. If people are posting or saying something, I check it out pretty regularly. I know some of the players are there and they check it out regularly. Definitely go and look at the artwork if you haven't seen it. It's in the Curse of Strahd sub chat. You can go there and check it out. And also, just while we're here, quick last couple of announcements before we get into the game. I did do something else this weekend. I set up a channel membership. Now, of course, you know, you've heard me talk about it before. It's always in the links. If you want to support the channel in a more direct way, you can do that through Patreon, Ko-fi, things like that. But the YouTube's been asking me. They send me like emails and things and little updates when I'm in my studio to like start the channel memberships. And I've always been like, I kind of have I don't want to ask so much of people, right? But the memberships are really cool. Like they let you have a little icon next to your name. They give you access to little emojis. And like, I was thinking like if for a live show, like we do so many live shows, it feels like the way to go. And I didn't want to overburden people. So I just made it at the $1. That's like, I made it one tier, $1. If I want to give perks or something else outside of just emojis, I might do that at some point. I'm also like not really sure how this is going to go. So figure it out later. If I feel I need to expand it, I will, but it'll always be like that just cheap $1 option. If you want to be a member, you get a little badge, you get emojis. We had our first today, actually, one of the actual Patreon members who was our first Patreon member, Joseph, he plays in the Patreon campaign, was our first Patreon member and also became the first member of the YouTube membership. So shout out to you, Joseph. Anybody else wants to do that, you can join. There's a little button actually now on my channel right next to the my channel's name under each video. So hit the join button and you can see exactly what you're getting. All right, no more plugging anything. If you want to check it all out, look down in the description. We're going to play some Curse of Strahd. You all ready?
Let's do it.
So ready.
All right, here we go. Last time we played, we had our heroes help. And we could just go around and do our hero names in a second, but we had the heroes in a major predicament. Not only did you have to go down into the undercroft of the church to deal with Father Donovich's son, Doru, who turned into some sort of a vampire himself. Father Donovich had a change of heart, went down, and was killed by his own son. I think it was a pretty harsh moment, and the group realized how deadly Barovia actually can be. I know Michelle's character Dione really wanted to see if there was a way to save him. Michelle, do you want to tell us who your character is and introduce Dione?
Sure, yes. So I am playing Dione Ironsage, who is a Dwergar arcane trickster rogue. She's little and she's fierce and she has opinions about things.
Yeah, and of course, you were trying to advocate to keep Doru alive, but he was doing some serious damage to the group, and once he killed Father Donovich, I think that was the last straw, right?
Yes, and Dione really was not thinking logically in that moment. All she could think was that Doru is a victim of his circumstances, and he cannot be blamed for, his violent urges.
Mm.
So, yeah, apologies, R.I.P. Father Donovich. My bad.
Speaking of someone who I think confronted this problem head on, maybe had the opposite point of view here, was Rufus. Andrew, tell us who Rufus is.
Rufus is a human paladin, path of glory. Yeah, and he's all about helping people become better. Maybe one way to become better is kill your undead vampire son, so we can't harm other people.
So I think Rufus, the philosophy here is that the son is already dead.
Yes.
Yeah, so destroying that would be destroying just pure evil and helping Donovich, who was still living. Unfortunately, Donovich kind of
making him go insane, having it still be there. I
Yeah.
think Strahd did it deliberately to torment him.
Probably. And you know that it was his undoing, ultimately, in the end. He came too close to his son when he was in that, like, hungered state, and his son drained him of his life. Now, Canas and Laurent, I believe, had, more neutral... They weren't really on necessarily either side, I think, but you wanted to destroy the son. It wasn't something you maybe thought about as much, but... what did you feel during that battle? Because it was not going your way at the start. Canas, I know you were rolling poorly.
Well, Stefano was pretty upset that finally I'm playing a character for the first time that can cast Eldritch Blast, and it's just ones. It's just ones all over the place. I can do 5 to 14 damage with that, and I've been just doing straight 5s.
I know, it's actually kind of ridiculous. You've rolled one like 4 or 5 times out of the 6 you've cast it, maybe?
Yeah. It's the Tim Lugas Warlock
Damn.
curse.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
And of course, we have Laurent, who there's been the Vistani in the town have been trying to talk to you and tell you that you may have some sort of ancestry that you're unaware of. There was a moment with Alenka outside of the chapel before you went in and confronted Doru. How did Laurent feel about being told that there maybe is some way that he can save the group and get them out of Barovia?
At first I was like very, very resistant to the idea that I had anything to do with Barovia and the Vistani, because I was like, no, I'm a simple child of farmers. But the more that I'm spending time here, and the more that things are kind of starting to click in my memory and my subconscious, it's like, look, if like after seeing what happened to Father Donovich, if we can get out of here, the sooner the better.
Yeah, and the last thing that we'll recap was that Alenka had told you that you need to go see someone. If you head out east, you head kind of stay closer to what was the word here? Like you're heading to Vallaki, which was that place.
Yeah,
the city.
Falich Road.
Yeah,
Stanich. Yeah.
You follow the Falich Road and you head north to Vallaki. That will be the way to go. If you go there, you might find someone named Madame Ava. She will be able to assist you in escaping this place. She couldn't say more. She gave you a quick kiss and then headed on her way. And then finally, once everything was set and Doru was destroyed, and Father Donovich was also destroyed, you went out to bury the burgomaster. You met Irina and Ismark. They buried a grave for their father underneath one of the trees that he always visited their mother at. There was a nice touching little ceremony. Ismark and Irina said some words. Irina said that even though she was an adopted daughter, she always believed that he was truly her father. He always treated her that way. And at the end of the session, some mist rolled in. The rain began to come on again. And you saw these people, these ghosts, marching, processing through the cemetery all the way beyond and over towards Castle Ravenloft. They kept continuing through the mists. And this is supposed to be the procession of the dead. All the heroes in time that have tried to best Strahd, that have tried to defeat this evil and failed. And finally, the last moment, Strahd appeared, calling to Irina, but he called to her as Tatiana. We're starting combat. We're starting this right off with combat. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Into Barovia we go. All right, I'm going to switch to music. We've already actually rolled for initiative, so we're ready to go. We're going to start with Tim. Laurent is here. Strahd has appeared, and there are wolves coming out of the mist. They are You heard the howls at the end of the last episode, so they are here. I'll put their tokens on the board so you can see them all, and you'll tell us where you're going. But it's to the north. The Strahd arrives to the north.
So then I think I will immediately step up on the right flank of Irina, adopted daughter of the Burgomaster. I'm going to stand next to her, and can I just have a prepared action? If a wolf comes close, I will attack them.
Sure. Perfect. So you run up to Irina, and you kind of position yourself in front of, in between Strahd. You kind of interpose her and Strahd.
I'll take one step forward there.
It's probably pretty clear that that's the case. Irina looks to Ismark, and she's like, he's not talking to me, is he? And he goes, yes, he is. He's talking directly to you. Don't listen to him. Run! And she'll look to you, and Laurent, you just stepped in front, but she's going to take her turn next because she got an 18 as well. So she'll start to run behind the group. But she says...
Come on.
No, but she doesn't go too far. She says, we have to get my father buried. Grab the coffin. And she'll motion to Dione and Rufus, who are the closest, to grab the other end of the coffin. We'll go to Michelle. You're up next.
Okay. I will sense the urgency in Irina's voice, and I will move to grab the other end of the coffin as she instructed. But also I want to take a quick glance at the wolves. Are they regular wolves or are they werewolves?
They look like regular wolves. They look like I'll show you a picture here.
Oh.
It's funny, the picture has blood all over their snout. I don't think they do at this point.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. So then I'll look over my shoulder and say, oh, cute puppies. Okay. Anyway, I turn back to Irina and I say, okay, how can I help? And I hoist the coffin, so I'm holding it with her now.
All right, excellent.
And I guess I'm just ready to go where she directs me. Is that an action?
No, so I'm just going to say you're going to be the one pushing it, and she's just going to move with you. She had a couple extra movement left. She only moved. You can move 10 feet with it probably at this point. So if you want to move, she'll move with you to about here.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Then I'll start hauling the coffin.
We'll just say Irina's token for this case is the actual coffin.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
So you start to haul it across the little path there towards the burial plot. Let's go to Strahd. Strahd goes next. So Strahd is going to laugh at you all, and he goes, you thought that I wouldn't be here for my good friend, the Burgomaster's funeral? Nonsense. He says, you there. And he points to a Canas.
Oh, God.
He goes, you there. He says, step aside. You're close to the coffin at this point. So you're in the back, actually, aren't you? Yeah, you're in the back.
Yeah.
He says, please, bring me Tatiana. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. I wonder what the DC is.
30.
Is this charm against charm?
It is.
I have advantage, I believe.
Your Fey ancestry?
Yes. Well, I got a 17.
A 17 passes.
Oh,
so
my God.
you felt in almost like in your brain, you kind of felt almost like a spider was crawling around, and you can see its web being woven, and that web was almost like a dream unfolding where you were going to bring Irina, but you felt like her name was Tatiana. You were going to get Tatiana and deliver her to Strahd, and then your like I said, your resistance, your Fey ancestry kind of kicks in, and you realize what's happening here. He was trying to manipulate your mind.
Yeah, shake out of it.
All right, so that's his turn, and he looks very frustrated and disappointed in you, but no time to react now. We go to Ismark. So Ismark is going to help, and she's going to push along the coffin. He says, "Get him in the ground!" And he draws a short sword, and he's going to move over towards you, Laurent. He's going to kind of like create the shield wall, basically. He's going to move probably just like 10 feet opposite you of the road and kind of get into a ready stance.
My best buddy is Mark.
Yeah, he's going to do his best to get right next to you. All right, we go to the wolves next. So the wolves are going to go, and they're going to move. Some of them will obviously go around. They've got plenty of moving. 30, 35, 40. We're going to go right here with one. Another will go here. They're going to go here. Dione.
The one that just goes to Dione run past me by any chance?
Yeah, you can attack it. Yep.
Oh boy. I'll try and take a stab at it with my rapier. Does a 21 hit?
It does. 21 hits.
It'll be 5 piercing damage to the one that ran past me.
Okay. Great. All right, so we've got a couple of different things happening here. We got wolves. Let's do some bite attacks here. We'll do one in Canas. And since these are wolves, they get some pack tactics against you because they have one next to our good friend Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, though, the first one wouldn't, right? Because in theory, they don't all move at the same time. So I think that one would move first, attack. The second one would attack and have advantage. So, Canas, you've got...
14 AC.
14. So the 12's not going to hit you. And then we've got on you with the pack tactics advantage, we've got an 18. That'll hit you for 5 piercing.
On me?
Yep.
Okay. I think I've never used this before.
Ooh.
When I get hit, I can use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it does damage to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Want to use it?
So I will do that. And everything is cast at level 2. So that's going to do, dexterity save of 14
Damn.
first.
14 dex, huh?
Yeah.
Not bad. With 10 damage being the penalty here?
It's actually 17, and the higher cast is an additional 10, so it's 27.
Okay, you kill the wolf then, for sure. I failed the dex
Cool.
check on a 12. So that wolf, the second attack, the one that hit you with advantage, will be dead. And then we go to the other one up here next to Dione. What's your AC, Dione?
15.
Kind of sound like you were singing that immigrant song, Led Zeppelin.
I'm trying to soothe the savage beast. You know?
A 16. I rolled a 16. I didn't pay attention to what you said because I was thinking about your singing.
No worries, that hits.
That hits 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Also, you need to give me a strength saving throw, actually.
Oh, fear. Okay, let's see. Oh my, a 6.
Unfortunately, you are knocked prone, which means that the coffin is going to drop to the floor, and you'll hear like the wood crack. I mean, the body doesn't fly out or anything like that. That'd be ridiculous. But you hear this the frame of it kind of crack, and it definitely feels like the wood broke. Irina can't hold it herself, so she'll let go as well on her end, and the coffin slumps into the muddy earth. We're going to go to Canas next.
Okay. Can I have Yune strike first?
If you'd like. You know me. The way I like familiars is I like it to have some more strategy involved, and you can play around with the tactics if you want to go first or Yune. That's up to you. I have you and Yune go at the same time.
So I'm going to have Yune attack the wolf that is currently engaged with me.
Okay.
I should actually set up Yune's attacks, but I don't have them right now. This is going to be a 14 plus 5.
Okay,
So that's going to be a 19.
that will hit.
And I need a con saving throw. DC 11.
From the wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming on in. I rolled a 17.
Okay. So it's going to do... Sorry about this. 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage. So that's going to be 7 piercing damage.
Got it.
And then half of this for poison.
Too much,
So half
no?
of
Isn't
11.
it? Is it 3d6 or 2d6?
It's 3d6.
Okay, so it's going to be 6. Good. That'll be enough to kill it.
Great.
Yune coming in strong here.
Yeah. Also, Yune now reveals herself. So anyone that is not previously aware, which I guess is Irina and Ismark, now sees a flying...
It's a devil! Attack it!
No. This is my companion, Yune. Please.
The Strahd is sending devils. Literally devils.
No. I'm gonna have Yune fly up,
Okay.
maybe up to here, and be...
What do you have
know,
left? 20 feet or so?
I think it's 40 total.
Okay, so 30 feet up in the air.
Sure, let's
Got
hit
it. All right.
And for my turn, I'm going to Eldritch Blast, I guess, the wolf on Dione.
Mm-hmm.
More than 5. More than 5.
Well, yeah. 24 to hit.
Mhm.
And I don't know why I rolled
It's-
twice.
So
Well,
take
it's a 9. The first one's a 9.
Okay, you take 9 damage on, or put 9 damage on the wolf with your Eldritch Blast. Finally, some energy from your blast does some damage here. Actually, that's the one that Tim hit before, so that's going to actually be enough to kill it.
Great.
Okay.
Everything's working out the way I want it to, because now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick up the coffin.
Okay. You can't do it alone. You need somebody else, so perhaps Rufus can do it. Rufus, do you want to, Andrew, do you want to explain what's going on here?
Well, in regards to...
Your character's turn?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, I will help with the coffin.
Okay, great. You want to pick it up?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. So we have... Stefano, how much movement extra did you have on your turn?
Oh, God. I think I moved 10 or 15, so let's say I had 15 left.
Okay. So move your token, Andrew, and you'll be the back end of the coffin, and we'll move you towards the... I guess you'd probably have to move pretty slowly, too. You probably could only move like 10 feet, because it would be... it's a heavy thing, picking it up, moving it.
And we're trying to move it here?
Yeah, so maybe we'll go right to the edge. You'll be right
Okay.
here, ready. It's going to go in another... The next turn, basically, can be dropped in. If somebody else wants to push it in, they can. All right, perfect.
And I look strange. I don't look as heroic as I normally am. I look rattled,
He looks rattled, everybody.
like glistening with sweat.
I just shout, let's get this man in the grave and run.
Sounds like a plan. We will... So, Rufus, I take it you're not doing anything else, right?
Can I still get an action after doing that, do I?
Yeah, we'll say it's part of your movement. I think that's only fair. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to give myself 5 hit points back from
Lay on
my
hands.
lay on hands, yeah.
Okay, how many more do you have?
I've used... This will mean I've used 10 and I have 5 remaining.
Okay, perfect. We go to top of the order here. Now, at the initiative 20 spot, as you're putting the coffin next to the grave and you're getting it ready to kind of descend down beneath into the earth, Dione, you're on the ground. All right, you see the coffin being moved. You look over, and the grave just to the right here, just to the right, and maybe I guess you have the best vantage point to both of these. Over here, you can see the ground is beginning to move. And as you pay attention, you carefully look at it, you can see a hand rise up, a decayed, rotten hand rising from the ground. More of this body starts to protrude, and zombies are rising from their graves. We go to Tim.
All right, I want
Oh,
to.
I apologize. I never did those wolves up here. Let me do those as well.
You sure?
Ah.
I forgot about them because they were off my screen, but I remembered now. All right, let's roll them quick, and then Tim, you'll be able to go.
Yeah, no
we're
worries.
going to do one on you, 2 on Ismark. Okay, we've got on you, Tim, a total of 20 non-natural for 10 piercing damage. Strength saving throw.
All right. Let's see.
Ismark's going to get hit twice, and once, and he's going to take 7 points of damage.
That's a 1 for me. That's
All right, so you're on the
2.
ground. Ismark has to make saves as well. Ismark will go down too. All right, you're up. Tim, you're on the ground. Do you take this time to get up?
Am I like pinned down by a wolf, or am I just like knocked over?
It's a trip, so you could get up. It just takes half your movement to get up.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely get up then. I'll use that my movement to get up, and then I will try and stab back at the wolf that knocked me over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Say 21 to hit.
21.
Yeah, for
That's
3 piercing damage.
Got it. 3 piercing on the closer wolf. And we go to Irina next.
Can I use my bonus action to cast a Bardic Inspiration on Dione?
Absolutely. Dione, it's a D6 at this point?
It is, in fact, a D6 on any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah. So, Dione, you get a D6. You can use it whenever you'd like.
Lovely. Thank you, Laurent.
Yeah, when you go to use it, let me know.
And then we're going to go to Irina. So she gets, again, she sees the zombies coming at this point, so she's worried. She's going to run over and push her father's coffin with the rest of her turn into the grave. It does make like another cracking sound as the wood clearly splinters on landing, but she doesn't have much more time, so she pushes it in, and then she says, farewell, father, and she'll like start to usher the two of you. She says, we have to go.
Bob, really quick, you said 10 damage to me before, I'm sorry.
10. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Before we go to Michelle, though, Strahd is going to come in. And Strahd says, oh, you're not going anywhere, my Tatiana. Come to me. And she has to make a saving throw. I'm going to have you roll it for me again, Stefano. Give me a D20, straight D20. Oh, Stefano.
Oh. Wow.
A 19.
Who needs damage rolls?
There we go. Irina says, no, not again. I'll never go with you. Save me, Ismark. Ismark is on the floor right now, surrounded by wolves, so he looks over to all of you, and he says, take her, go. Go, the plan is still in place, go. We're going to go to Michelle. Dione's up.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Dione will run up to here. And I guess as Dione is running past the grave, she'll say, my friends, look out, the dead, they are awakening. And like she points in either direction, hoping that the other people understand, like she's pointing to the graves on either side. And then we're going to attack this wolf right here. Kind of try and slice and dice it with my short swords. So we start with a 20 to hit. And that gives 18 piercing damage. Good.
That's great.
Wait,
18 piercing is going to kill it.
Oh, right, because
Heck yeah.
sneak attack. Right.
Yeah, sneak attack, yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I was like, wait, how? Okay. Cool. So we slaughter this wolf. And then yes. Oh, sorry, puppy. And I say, Laurent, quickly, let's go. And I will, I guess, take a stir. You know what? I will try and like, can I grab Laurent and try to like drag him back? Is this
Yeah.
too much in one turn?
So usually I don't make a dragging thing in action. So usually it's a body though, right? You'd go half your movement. So I don't know how much more movement you have because you stood up, which takes some of your
Oh,
movement,
right.
and then you move to there. That's 2 spaces. Is your dwarven speed only 25?
My speed is 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, because I think Dwerg are one of the updated races. So you can go and you honestly could maybe go 5 feet more. That would be probably it. I don't know that you'd really get Laurent anywhere safely.
Okay, I guess I just want to just drag him away from Strahd as much as I can. So even 5 feet.
Okay, move.
be
You can
fine.
move him 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, I'll just move him to like this spot.
Okay. I'll take an attack of opportunity on you though. For leaving
From the wolf.
from the wolf.
Is it not?
Oh,
Did we not kill it?
I thought it was dead.
Oh, you killed it. Yeah, I didn't take the. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Delete.
okay.
You're good.
Okay, DM, I see you. I see you.
All right, so I moved Laurent down one more spot, and you're ushering him to leave, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Quickly, Laurent. Let's go. Let's go.
great. Ismark will go next. He will stand up, and he will look to you, Dione. He says, "Good, get her away from here. Come here, you beast!" And he stands up, takes his sword, and he goes to attack Strahd with it.
Oh, no.
That's a bad idea.
Rips.
It's Ismark the Lesser.
He gets a 10, and he does not hit Strahd. He flails, and Strahd sidesteps his attack easily. Again, the rain is kind of like weighing down now on him, and you can see it looks like, he's soaked. All his clothes are look waterlogged. He's moving slow, and Strahd seems to be avoiding every drop of rain, every swipe by the sword. It's almost like too easy for him to avoid his attacks.
It's like one of those anime where he just moves and
Yeah.
you can't even see it.
Yeah, instant transmission. He's just like.
Yeah.
The wolves are going to go. These 2 wolves are going to pile in on Ismark. And I'll roll for them. All right, we've got 2 hits. He's going to take 15 damage. And he's also going to need a strength check, so I'll roll for Ismark. And then we're going to go to Canas.
I'm up. Where are we going? Like where? Like do we know our surroundings? Where did we come in?
Yeah, the church is to the south. You can see the gate here.
Okay.
Right here. This is what that leads to the church. The church is just like a few feet, 30 feet maybe off the map.
We're
Got
going to
it.
hide in the church.
Well, no, that's just to get back to the town. There was a
okay,
road.
So we need to go north, right?
There was a road.
Right. Well, we need. I think
We need to go like
Spalish
this
Road was west out of the village.
Correct. The
Oh,
Spalich
west.
Road goes west out of the village, and they said
Okay.
to head north, but the road heads west to start.
So I'm gonna grab Irina and I'm gonna say we've got to go. And I'm gonna, I guess, take her with me 3 spaces towards the south. I guess.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go like.
She's
1,
like, no, my brother.
2. Well, can I walk through this tree? Probably not.
Yeah, because that's not the actual trunk. That's like the branches.
All right,
over
cool.
it
So I'm gonna go
somewhere.
like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Yep, and she'll come with you. That's her 3 spaces.
Well, I'm gonna double drag her. So 4, 5, 6.
She's like, not my brother. Don't leave him.
He's
Okay.
decided his fate. He's done it to save you. We've got to go.
Which way are you going?
South to get out of the cemetery.
Oh, you're trying to get out of the cemetery and then.
Yeah, I'll
Run to
take
the
you to the
west.
map of Barovia, the village of Barovia, in
we
a
just gotta
second.
Get out of the
Yeah.
cemetery. Right.
All right, Rufus, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So what's happened to Ismark? Is he still up or is
He's fighting Strahd right now, and he failed his strength check, so he's on the floor, prone with the wolves.
he? Oh dear. So I'm gonna move up to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to address Strahd. I'm going to say, Lord Strahd, we are to protect commoners. Why do you fight like this? Let Irina go. You know it is the right thing.
I will
I'm gonna have my
never,
hands up in a sign of peace.
I will never let my beloved Tatiana go. Never, for eternity. And he'll reveal his extremely sharp canine fangs. And he says, and if you were wise, you would get out of my way. And then he's going to, I don't know, turn his attention to you, I guess. Looks like
Okay.
Dione just died. I don't know what you did there,
sorry.
Michelle.
My bad. I clicked
I
the
was
wrong
like, oh
thing.
no.
Michelle put an X over her.
Apologies.
We go to Rufus. I don't know if you want to do anything else, but that's your turn, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to do a. If that's what he says, I kind of want to do a crafty guiding bolt on one of the dogs.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So I got a 15 to hit.
Okay, and it's going to do 11 damage.
Yep,
That will kill one of them.
it's a close one.
Yeah, perfect. So it kills the one dog. Ismark looks up and he's relieved that you've done that for him, but he knows what he's doing here. He's going to get up and well, I guess it's not his turn, but he looks like he's going to get up and continue fighting. We'll go to the end of the order here, which is the zombies, so they'll move. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this one will have to double move to get to the group, but the other zombie is going to attack. It's going to slam into you. We'll go with Tim, Laurent.
Yeah,
16. Does that hit you?
that hits me.
A 5 for bludgeoning damage as it slams its decomposed flesh right up against your face.
Nice.
You got like slime and decay all over you now.
I hate it.
All right, we go to top of the order here. Laurent.
Well, I was gonna try and help Ismark, but now I'm thinking I just got to boogie out of here. I'm gonna attack the zombie on my left.
Okay.
I will use the rapier again.
Okay.
Let's see. I imagine a 7's probably gonna miss.
On the zombie?
Yeah.
A 7, you say?
Yes.
It misses.
I figured.
It was close, Tim. They're not hard to
I
hit.
mean, like they're not that fast, but like a 7's not great.
7 wasn't what you needed.
Yeah, and I'm willing to run away from it. I don't want to die here. Let's see. I'm gonna move back. I will take the opportunity attack, trying to run away from it.
They don't seem to do that.
No, great. I'm gonna keep running then.
Okay.
I'm not willing to die by zombies. I was willing to die by wolves, but this is much less glorious.
All right, so you remove yourself from the zombie fray. You head south on the road following Canas and Irina. And then we're going to jump to Irina herself. She'll, it's the classic, you know what this is, Canas. You're holding her back. She's like, no, Ismark, no. The rain coming down, her face all wet with tears and rainfall. And she just does not want to go. She's not going to, like, try to hurt you or something like that, but she definitely is spending her turn, like, basically just in agony, right, from losing her brother, potentially losing her brother here. Mm-hmm. We're going to skip and go to Strahd. Strahd will step forward. Oh, boy. Rufus, what are you doing to me here? Okay. Rufus, what are you wearing right now?
Hide armor.
Hide armor, right, exactly. And what iconography, anything like that?
The only iconography I have an amulet of the Gwain Lord.
Ah, the Gwain Lord. He is going to slash at you with his, like, clawed fingernails. I'll tell you what he gets. If it ever loaded. There it is. 23. Does that hit you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Just
Anything hits me pretty much.
He's going to do a total of... That didn't look right. What is this? It's fine. It's going to be 5 damage as he slashes you, but the majority of his attempt was to grab your amulet, and he does. So he does 5 slashing damage, and he snags your amulet off of your body. He rips it off. Whatever chain it was on breaks. And he looks at it, and he goes, I've never seen this before. Your noble house, he says.
It is the Gwain Lord.
I will remember this. And he'll pocket it. You'll see him do it right away. And then we're going to go to, I guess it would be after that, because we're skipping, Irina didn't do anything. Michelle, will be to you.
Okay. I will whip out my short swords. Short swords. And I will first attack, I guess actually the same zombie that I saw Laurent attack. So one of these. And okay, it's a nat 20, so I assume I hit the zombie.
You hit, yeah.
Yeah. And with sneak
It's gonna
attack.
do a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 11 damage.
I think that's actually 11 plus something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's missing.
Roll
It's-
the dice again.
yeah, you have to... I don't know why it didn't calculate, but I'm
Yeah,
only seeing the 2.
Something weird happened.
There we go. That
Okay.
seems more right. Yeah, so there's the 2 rolls there. Exactly, yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's another 16, so it's 27, right?
No, the 16 roll looks like it included everything. It doubled... Oh, no, it didn't. You're right.
What?
But it rolled
What's
a 9 and a 7. That would be your damage plus your second
Sneak
damage roll. And then the sneak attack would be 9 and so yeah, so it's 16. You're going to kill the creature most likely. He does get this undead fortitude roll, so I'm going to roll that real quick. But I think he
Okay.
would need a significant roll here. He does not, so you'll kill the creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So you slash at the zombie and you get a critical hit. You lop off its head and it falls to the ground. It's definitely destroyed. It doesn't seem to move. These don't look like the zombies you fought on the road. The ones that we fought on the road were like extremely like bloated and like in a weird like advanced state of decay. But these are creatures that have been like, you know, they've been in the ground for a long time. They're well beyond the bloated, you know, zombie. They seem more brittle, more frail. So this one dies when you lop off its head.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And then I guess I want to wait. That was one attack, yeah?
That was one, but you only really get one. Oh, you could use your bonus attack, yeah.
I can, yes. I'd like to bonus attack that
Okay.
the other fella over there.
Gotcha. Then this won't get sneak attack, so you can only get that once.
Yes. Okay, so it's a 20 to hit, and I apologize if D&D Beyond automatically applies sneak attack.
It's okay.
Just take that off. Okay, so 4 damage to this one.
Yeah, 4 and then the 5 was a sneak. Yeah, okay, perfect. So 4
Yes.
damage to that one. That one's
4
still
damage.
alive.
Okay. And then I guess I will. I can't move, right?
You could. It didn't take an attack of opportunity on Laurent, so you could probably
Yeah.
estimate that.
Okay. Well, having seen that it did not attack Laurent, I will also move away, and I'll say, Rufus, stop schmoozing with these scary men. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess 6. Okay.
Okay. Ismark is going to go. He's going to attack against Strahd. Whoops. All right, so we go Ismark. He stands up again, and he's going to go with his short sword, and he's going to go a total of... Oh, he rolls a nat 1. Awesome. Yeah, he rolls a nat 1. So he's going to flail again, and the wolves are going to come in and attack once more. The wolf, I should say. A 20, it's going to do 6 more damage to Ismark, and Ismark is going to have to take a strength check, see if he can stay up. Ismark does this time. He stays up. He says, "Leave my sister alone. We've told you. She doesn't want you." And he looks at his mark and he's like, "It doesn't matter if she wants me. She's mine for all time. Come, Tatiana." And he'll like, again, motion to her. She's like, "Ismark, no." And we go to Canas.
All right, I'm gonna take her another 6 spaces.
Okay. Canas, you notice that now there's actually quite a few graves are starting to rise up. The zombies are coming from all directions now. I'm going to put a few here.
Boy.
Okay.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just take her 3 and blast one.
Okay. 4 more zombies pop up all throughout the graveyard. We'll go to here, you said? Perfect.
You know, I'm gonna try to book it, so I'm gonna go 3 more.
Okay, 3 more.
Yeah.
Okay, she
And this one that's the closest to us, I'll have Dione attempt to strike.
go for it.
I tried to make some macros. Hopefully they work. Nope, didn't work. Or did it? Oh, it did. All right,
It
so
looks like it
Dione
did.
gets a 19.
That'll hit.
Gonna do 7 piercing and 11 poison, but it
Poison
based
doesn't do
off
any.
of it
the
doesn't
poison
do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
All
do
right.
anything. So
Well,
4
then
piercing.
That's it. Yeah,
Okay, great.
and then Dione will fly back
Okay.
over here to try to protect Irina.
Okay, perfect. We'll go to Rufus.
I'm going to shout out, "Ismark, we must protect Irina. We must protect her. We must flee." And I'm going to, can't decide if I want to disengage or if I want to attack the zombie. I feel like I'm just going to disengage and move. So it's 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. No, I'm going to attack the zombie. I feel like I would attack the zombie.
Okay, attacking the zombie. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, longsword.
Using-
24.
Using the Burgomaster's longsword, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's 2-handed damage. Oh, that's weird.
I guess you rolled lower on the 2-handed damage.
Oh, okay. I guess it's 8 then, because I would have meant 2-handed.
Perfect.
Is it still there?
I got to roll an Undead Fortitude for it. So let me do that real quick. You did 8 in total?
Yeah.
So you do hit it. You strike it right through the chest, and the zombie like goes down to the ground. You pull your sword from it, and you expect it to be dead, but instead the zombie rises back up. It's alive.
Alright, well, I'm going to move now. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Perfect.
30.
It doesn't seem to attack you, and neither does Strahd.
Okay.
We go to the zombies. That zombie will move over towards you. It's not going to be able to attack, I think, because you're too far away from it. But it'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then double move to get to you. But it's kind of just mindlessly shambling. The others will start to move. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one can attack Dione. This one can attack Irina. And this one's just going to have to double move, and it will not be able to reach. 1 on Irina. And 1 on Dione. Dione, what's your AC?
15.
It's not going to hit you, but the one against Irina will hit with the 19 for 4 bludgeoning damage. Irina takes 4. Okay.
Does Irina look... How does she look? Is she bloodied? Is
She's
she...
not uninjured until now, and then she just got smacked in the face by the zombie. So she's, maybe got like a bruise on her face after this, but for the most part, she's just distraught with anguish from her, losing her brother, essentially.
Okay, thank you.
Being separated from him. All right, we go to the end here. We go to Tim. Laurent is up.
I want to keep running and kind of plow into, like, shoulder check this zombie next to Dione.
Okay. You gonna hit it or no?
I'm like, I really want to, like, knock it over as I run past is my goal.
Okay, give me an athletics check. See if you can push it, trip it.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I am weak. The zombie might knock me over. That's a 3.
The zombie got a 13.
I am knocked over by the zombie. I am knocked flat.
You're
on
not
my-
knocked over. You're okay, but you don't. You run into the zombie and you're just like hitting a brick wall.
That zombie is tough. I'll tell you what. For no muscles, it is pretty strong. It's like hitting a linebacker.
It's got muscle. I mean, look at it. They're just all hanging off its body.
Less than ideal.
Less than ideal. All right, so you kind of hip check it. Doesn't really do much. You have more movement, I assume, though.
Yeah. Can I keep running past it?
Yeah. These zombies are, yeah, they're not as threatening, but they are more of them are coming every round.
And I'll just yell out. There's no shame in dying without a cause. Keep running.
Okay.
I'm furious at Ismark the Lesser because he is an idiot. at
We
this point.
go to Ismark. Yeah, well, you never know.
Yeah, I'm not happy with him either.
We go to after you. It would be, I think, Irina, but she's distraught, so she's gonna skip her turn, and we're gonna go to, I think, Michelle is next.
Okay, I will continue to flee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll stop here. And yeah, now I'm stood next to Irina, and I kind of want to face the other zombie, that is also adjacent to her. And I'll ready up an attack. Like if the zombie enters the space next to me, or I guess that's the only time it can attack. Okay, so
You could actually use your cunning action, I think, to dash and move one more in the zombie's range, if you wanted to.
okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you could
that's-
dash as a bonus, right?
True. Thank you, Stefano. Okay.
So then you could actually move there. So then if it tries to attack her, you can let that attack go off or something like that.
Okay, perfect.
Which
Yes.
is, I think, what you wanted to do.
That is what I wanted to do.
Cool.
Thank ya.
All right, so you're good there, and you're going to attack or hold your attack.
I will. You know what? I'm here. Might as well. I'm just gonna
Actually,
attack it.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. Now you can just attack.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, smack them.
You're getting a sneak attack, so that's all that really matters. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. 22
Okay.
hits.
Excellent. And then one of these. Ooh, all right. So
19.
we have
Heck yeah.
19 damage.
All right, that'll kill the zombie
Great
with one
rolls.
swipe.
Whoop, whoop.
All right,
Don't
so
worry, Arena. We will protect you.
let's see. So that's the end of Michelle's turn. Now Ismark goes, and he heard your call, Laurent, and he looks, and he's kind of indecisive for a minute. He looks back. He looks towards Strahd, and he raises up his sword. He says, "We will defeat you. You won't take my family from me." And he says, "But I need to protect her." And he will take his turn to disengage and move. However, Strahd seemed a little prepared for this, so he'll move, and I rolled wisdom save for Ismark. He says, "Oh, such a pity, leaving so soon from your father's funeral." He says, "I think we need someone like you here in the town to lead as burgomaster." And Ismark is like full sprint at this point, and then all of a sudden, Rufus, you see him because you're close to him. He like slows his run to a jog and then eventually a walk, and he looks up at you. He looks like he's not in control of himself, and he says, "You're right. I should be the burgomaster." And he turns towards Strahd, and he'll begin to walk back with the few feet that he had. All right, we go to Canas.
I'm taking her off the map.
Okay, you'll take her off of the map. Perfect. You run back to the church, and we'll just say that you're there at this point. You run back to the church. You can see Father Donovich's body, zombie form, in the doorframe, walking towards you. What do you do?
I freaking blast him.
Blast it.
We'll get to you. Yeah, do you have enough actions to do this or no?
No.
Okay, he's
Because
not close to you right now. Like he's at the door frame, and you're again like maybe like 30 feet away from the door. You're still pretty far, but you see like he's also risen, and you can see the trail that leads to the right hand side of the church that kind of goes around back towards the town. That road is there, so you can start heading on the road down towards the center of town where you can get to the Svalich Road.
I will also say to Irina at this point, can you run of your own accord?
Yeah, that hit that she got from the zombie kind of knocked her some sense into her, and she goes, I can.
Good. Stay close.
Okay. All right, so she'll start to run and take her turn to move along with you. We'll go to, next would be, I believe it's Rufus.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash back towards my companions.
Okay.
Irina, we will protect Irina. I'll call out to his mark. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Irina's not there anymore, right?
No.
55, 60. Okay, I'm there.
All right, I'm just going to do 2 attacks, one on Dione, one on Laurent with the zombies, and then after that, the combat will basically be over. You can leave. You won't have to worry about fighting. The zombies can't take attacks. Laurent, you don't get hit. Dione, you are going to... The total is a 16 that hits you.
Yes, it does.
You take 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
And that will be the end of the combat. Dione and Laurent, if you were to attack and then move, you can do that, but ultimately it's not going to matter. The rain keeps coming. You can hear Ismark, his remarks talking about how he should be the burgomaster. You're right. They do need someone here to lead the Barovians. And Strahd will call out one last time, I will find you, my Tatiana, please. Don't worry. I will be there. And Ismark and Strahd go out of sight because the mist and the rain kind of envelops them. All right, so now we're going to move out of combat here. I'm going to switch us back to our other view. Great job, everybody. You fought Strahd. Sort of.
Yeah.
Feels like took one.
He took my amulet. Now I have even less equipment.
I would like to just for flavor running out of the church.
Yeah.
Unless we're facing this guy, still blast the zombified form of Father Donovich and
Totally
just say
fine.
under my breath, you are a fool to harbor that son of yours.
Sure. And he's like really weakened. I mean, he's like a newbie zombie. So you blast him as he walks towards you and just blow off the head.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh,
All right. So the group...
I avert my gaze when he does that. Sorry. continue.
That's right. You had a soft spot for Donovich.
Mm-hmm.
So the group will... you find yourselves running as a group. Maybe it's strung out. It's Canas, then Irina, eventually Laurent and Rufus and Dione. You're catching up. But you kind of like you're all huffing and puffing. You just ran for your lives. You find yourself in the middle of the streets of the village of Barovia. The inn looks like it's closed up for the night. There's no lights in there. In fact, most of the houses are pitch black. There is only just faint moonlight of that half moon kind of peeking through the rain clouds. What do you do?
Just keep going.
Yeah, I
Keep going.
gotta
Get
try
out
to
of
find
town.
that road to the west.
The Svalich Road.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's bring us to the Barovia map. Okay. All right, so here's the Barovia map, and the church was up here. You all ended up going down towards the center of town, and the Svalich Road will lead out. You can see the path right here to the west. All right, so that's where the Svalich Road will take you. Is there? I assume you're just at this point you're just running for your lives. You're gonna go and hightailing it out of here.
I think if we stay in the village, Strahd will come after us.
Yeah, that seems like a logical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we start the journey. It's again just past midnight. You still see the procession, by the way.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah.
Is there anyone around?
You are all around.
Is Bilge Rats open on the way out?
No, it's every shop, every home is pretty much closed at this point.
What if I
You
try
could
and
steal
get in the door?
Steal something.
Is it possible to get in the door?
Oh,
Dione,
breaking and
your
entering.
skills.
Yeah, I think so.
Rufus?
Yeah. Hmm.
Dione, can you use your skills to get in here? The need is great. There's great evil. We must equip ourselves appropriately.
This is
You
a
are
great idea.
you are too funny.
When the need is great, we must levy from the commoners.
Wow. Okay,
Spe-
interesting. All new side of Rufus. Okay, I will see what I can do, I
Especially the
guess.
merchant class.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
So you want to break into Bildrath's. Okay, go ahead. That's fine. Dione, do you have lock picks?
I have thieves' tools.
Go for it. Give me a dexterity check. You can add your proficiency
I want
afterwards.
to say be quick and then cast guidance on Dione.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna stand in the crossroads and just be on the lookout.
Sure.
Okay, proficiency is 2. So then that's I guess a 15 total. And
Plus,
then
you can add a D4.
guidance is
Yeah,
D4.
guidance is D4, and you
Okay.
actually have still bardic inspiration if you want to use that too.
I do. Okay, so that extends to outside of combat.
I
It's
think it
any
lasts.
skill check,
Yeah.
saving throw, or attack roll.
Just double check how long it
Alright,
lasts. I mean, you
that's-
definitely didn't. You ran right to here, so like there was no break. It's not like we're skipping time. So go ahead.
All right, cool. Then a D4 and a D6. Let's throw. Oh man, a
It's-
1 on the D6.
10 minutes long on the Bardic Inspiration. So
Oh, nice.
Oh, you still
Okay.
got 3 more.
Yeah. So 15 plus 3, 18 total.
18. So yeah, you get to the front of Bildrath's, and it's closed up, right? It's locked. And I mean, yes, the lock is there. You are unable to pick it. However, I mean, breaking in would not be too difficult. There's windows. If you wanted to, you could get in here.
Okay. I tried my best, but it seems this lock is much more advanced than I thought. Perhaps there is another way in. And I guess, can I do like a perception check? Or I just want to look around and see if I can spot anything that looks like I might be able to finagle my way in.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Okay, we have a 17.
You look around the building, and your superior dark vision probably helps out a little bit. So you can see there's a window to the side that looks like it's maybe lower to the ground, something that's very easy to like prop yourself in, and you run over to it. And it looks like it goes to the back room, like mostly all the gear and things like that were in the front room, but you had the back room where Periwinkle was. And you go over there, and you're about to open the window, or maybe break in, and you see there's a little cot underneath the window, and Periwinkle, the very large individual, is sleeping there.
Okay. Then I'll silently gesture to Rufus and like indicate like look inside here.
I'll look in and see Periwinkle.
He's
Back away.
massive. He's like 6'10". He's got like I told you, his shoulder length, his width of the shoulders was like 2 of you. He's a massive individual. He like barely fits on this cot.
I do not wish to harm an honest man. There's no way in.
You could break in through the window.
No way in
And
through the
there,
front.
there are other windows. Yes, there are.
Let's look at the front.
Yeah, you can get in one of those. There are bigger windows though. They're like more of like a, I don't know, I don't want to say showroom window, but like they're larger windows. They don't seem to open, but you could break the glass and get in.
We have
What
to
do you
break the
want?
glass.
What do you want? Do you see something in the window maybe that you like?
I look in. I'm looking
He
for a
wants
shield.
a shield.
You see a shield. There's like 2 shields, like a buckler and like a wooden shield, and they're all up hanging right above the counter on the by like where the register, where you not register, where the countertop was, where you bargained before.
While they're looking, do Canas and I see any indication that we're being followed from the church?
You can see the mist approaching. The houses are beginning to be engulfed. Yeah.
Rufus, quickly, grab what you want and go.
I try and smash the window then and get in.
No need to roll. You smash the window. All the glass shatters, and it raises some alarm for sure. You can hear a call from the back room. Who goes there?
Can I dash in, grab a shield, and dash out?
You can. Yeah. You want to move in?
All right. Yeah.
All right, so you run in, you climb over the glass, the broken glass, and you get into the shop. You scan the room. There's nobody in there. You go to the
Right.
counter. You grab the shield off the top, and from
Yep.
the curtain opens from the back, and that massive hulking figure comes to the door. He's like, "Hey, you taking our stuff?"
I'll say, Periwinkle, the need is great. We have been attacked by Strahd. He is after Irina.
My name is Perry Wimple.
Now I kill you. He's
Oh,
like,
no.
Bildrath wouldn't want you to take that. And he says, come here. And he's about to come after you. If you want to run, you can. He's kind of lumbering. He just woke up. He's not really able to pursue.
I say, I will repay for this, and then I'll leg it.
Okay, you run out, and he gets to the door. By the time you're all like kind of heading towards the Svalich Road, he like gets to the door. He's in his like nightgown, and he says, "You have to come back and pay for that." And with that,
Starting an enemies list.
yeah,
Bill draft.
and with that, we leave the village of Barovia. It's exciting.
My, Rufus.
The paladin following all the laws, except for this one. I did bring my lawful good mug today. Apparently, that's not what Rufus is anymore.
Not today.
Rufus is chaotic.
Dione looks at Rufus as they're running. Dione looks over at Rufus with like raised eyebrows of approval, like, Keep running.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm noble. Like, we have laws, but nobles must protect the poor
You're very noble.
and the downtrodden.
Very noble.
Do you say this out loud, or are you trying to convince us?
His prices were usurious, like 10 times the worth of those items.
I know.
That is usury.
Yeah.
I will repay him.
Let's see here. All right, so you head off to the Svalich Road. You're running. I mean, you're able to escape the danger at this point. The rain will subside. It is nighttime, though. It's beyond midnight. You may be walking for an hour or two at this point, and you feel at this, distance, there's a chance to just stop, catch your breath. You all sit down for a brief reprieve on the side of the road.
Okay.
Discuss. What do you want to do? Irina hasn't said a thing. I think all of you, once you've left, you've kind of just focused on moving, and now you can really speak to each other.
Is anyone hurt?
I am hurt, but not bad. Irina, how are you?
She got hit once, and you could see like her face is beginning to swell and bruise up. Maybe she'll have like a black eye or something like that, but she doesn't ask for anything. She says, I'm fine, but I want to apologize to all of you. I let my emotions get the better of me as my father's funeral, and I hope Ismark is okay. I don't know what will become of him, but I failed all of you.
It's all right. You wanted to protect your brother and respect your father.
She kind of
When
shrugs.
I last saw him,
Yeah,
When I last saw him, Ismark had determined to stay and guide the village as he can.
Yeah, she probably didn't hear that actually. So if you say that to her, she'll. But he was coming with us. He promised me he'd stay with me.
Maybe his glory path is to do his best for the villagers, protect them.
Well, she says, I don't know what will become of my brother, but he's brave, braver than I was. She says, I promise you though, I won't fail you all again. She says, I took this with me, and she takes out like a dagger or something like that, a small little knife. And she says, but I've been practicing, actually. She says, before my father died, so I've been training. She says, the sword is yours. She says, my brother gave it to you. It was his right to give. She says, but perhaps if we can find another weapon, I would be of more use.
She just has a dagger.
Yeah.
Dione. Perhaps I could give her the dagger you gave me. Now I have this sword.
Yes,
I
and
do not
perhaps
need
you can
3
return.
daggers.
And perhaps you could return my dagger on loan.
Yes, of course. Now, I'll give Dione the dagger to give to Irina.
The
And I give
silver.
Canas the silver dagger back.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, she has a dagger though, so I guess she doesn't really need a new dagger.
But two
But-
two is better than one.
Yeah, she's like
She can
Two-handed.
dual wield daggers
She could.
like a
She
true
could.
rogue.
Eee. I
Just
also
go ahead
have like a rapier that I am not using in favor of dual wielding short swords. I could give that to her.
She says that yes, she'll take the sword and she'll show that she's got some affinity with it, right? She can like hold it the proper way, and she says, "Yes, this is good. Some of the training weapons that my father gave me were this weight. It feels like a good balance." And she'll kind of maneuver it around, and you can tell she's obviously had some training. She's not the most, strong, but she's using the finesse of it. Yeah, this feels right. She says, I want to make sure that I don't fail all of you again. I feel like I need to be better. I need to be able to protect myself.
And you will.
She'll take the sword and sheath it. She'll attach it to her waist. And she takes out a map and she'll unroll it out. This is the map that Ismark had taken out earlier. Kind of showed you a couple things about it. Let me switch us over to a Roll20 scene now so we can see the map. I'll have to move you to it as well. I don't want to show you too much, so I'm fairly certain this would be okay. I just got to take off the lighting. Here we go. Can you see the map?
Yep.
Do you all see it? Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's a rather big map.
How much of it did you want to show us?
Well, the map itself, I didn't want to. There's labels and things that should
Got
be
it.
on the GM view.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but you see the whole map, right?
Yeah. It's a big
Okay,
map.
great. And then for our Roll20 people, or for our YouTube chat here's the map. Okay, so she points out on the map, and she's like goes up to like a stump or something like that on the side of the road, and she'll lay out the map flat. And this is the village of Barovia. She'll point to it here. This map is again just more of like it's more of like a geographic map. It shows the rivers and things like that in Barovia. But she points to this settlement here, and she says, "This is where we were. This is Barovia. You headed out on this path here, so you're somewhere in the woods, like right here."
Okay.
She says, "And this is Castle Ravenloft." She'll point to that on the map, kind of dead center from where the screen is right now. Right here is Castle Ravenloft. She says, "We want to avoid heading to the castle. There are paths there," she says, "but I think we should steer clear of it if possible."
Where is Villaki?
She says, "Wow, Villaki," and she'll point to it. Actually, I'm going to label this for you because I don't see a reason why I shouldn't just put the labels to the view. You know what I mean? Let me do that.
Okay.
I'll do this, but it's like in the center. There's a lake here.
Oh, it's over here.
There's a big lake right here.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll show you. I'll
Yeah.
I'll put it up.
that.
in a
That makes
second.
more sense.
Let me bring it up here though.
I
What
see,
about the
yeah.
rest of you? Yeah. What do you say?
I want to cast a healing word on myself at level 1
Okay.
because I'm in rough shape.
How many hit
Uh,
points do you have?
I was at 11 out of 26.
I will also give you a cast of healing light. Hopefully it
What does
isn't
that do?
bad. It just gives you, well, there you go, 5 hit points.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
5 plus 7. That's pretty good. I think I'm pretty much full health at that point. Let's see, 16. Yeah, I'm back to full. I'm in great shape. And I will tell Katarina that she doesn't need to apologize for feeling emotions, especially for her brother. Because if we don't feel emotions, then we are as good as the Walking Dead we saw back there.
She'll thank you for the kind words because she seems to be really down on herself, and she knows that you are clearly her allies and that you have her back. She says, I promise you, I will not succumb to that type of anguish again. I'll make sure. I feel more resolved than ever to get to Villaki. And one day I'll come back to this place and I will get my brother. So here's the village of Barovia. I labeled it. Here's the Ivlis River, which is the river that you crossed. There's a little footbridge here you crossed over to get to where you're at, to get onto the Spalich Road. And then finally, Vallaki is up here.
Looking at the map and how far we've traveled so far, does it seem like it's reasonable to expect that to be like a day's travel, or should we expect like day and a half, 2 days? Like what would be a reasonable expectation?
It's going to be 2 days travel to, 3 days travel to get to Vallaki. The road is not very well equipped for traveling, so walking on it is slow going. It's kind of twisty and turny, and it takes a while. So it's going to take you a few days to get there. She says, though, we could absolutely, when you're traveling, she says you have to be careful on the road. Not only are there dangers, there's creatures that lurk here in the woods, but she's like, sometimes the people that inhabit the road can be just as dangerous, if not more.
What people?
She says, well, there are some strange people that live in the woods. I was a little girl, I heard stories. I mean, I've never really traveled outside of the village too much. From what I've been told, I did grow up in another place, but I was found by my father. We never really talked about it.
Why did Strahd call you Tatiana? That is not your name.
No, I'm very confused as well. He's come to me now these past few weeks. He's been visiting me, and for some reason, he calls me that name. It sends shivers down my spine.
Can I,
Body's aching all the time.
while watching this interaction, can I do an insight check or something to see if Dione is perhaps lying?
Irina?
Or sorry,
You're Dione.
Yes, I am Dione.
We
I
are.
want to see if Irina is lying about not recognizing the name Tatiana.
We are all Dione.
We are Dione, for we are many.
We are Dione.
Wow, beautiful. I got a 16.
We are Dione. 16, you said?
Yes.
She seems to be telling the truth. She looks like she has no idea what Strahd has been saying. Everything he says seems to be a kind of a mystery to her.
Can you tell us anything about the strange people that your father may have encountered on the road?
No, it's not my father, really. It's just I've heard stories as a kid of savages on the road, people who they had some sort of devil within themselves. Cannibals, even.
Oh, we must set guard when we camp.
She says, I think it was best to keep moving, perhaps resting during the day.
I agree.
Yes, let's rest at first light.
We'll just keep onward then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we'll keep moving. At this point,
even a short rest would do me good.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think you did want to take a short rest at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So take your short rest. I know, Canas, that's good for you because you get some spells back. We'll say, though, if you have to take another short rest between now and dawn, that you would not be able to, right? Because I think... Oh, no, you have one more short rest in the 24-hour period, so you're good. Our house rules are no more than 2 per day.
Okay.
So until dawn, you have one more short rest.
And you guys you can roll your hit dice if you need to.
Yeah, roll your hit dice if you need to.
I'm gonna cast False Life, which I can do at will. Cool.
Who's will?
And can I do a Song of Rest, and everyone gets an extra 1d6 hit points at the end of this short rest?
Yeah, just put the Song of Rest rules in the chat so we can all see it.
Sure. Copying in right now.
Great. Perfect.
That was mislabeled, by the way. False Life is actually temporary hit points.
Yes, they're temporary. Did you not know that, or did you say something
No,
different?
I do know that.
Okay.
It just says healing.
Okay.
While we're short resting, I will take out my lute, and I will play a soft melody of my simple farmer folk.
Yune likes it.
I knew she would. We read diaries together.
I think during this short rest, Irina will do her best to try to socialize with you all. I know she's been kind of like the meek one, but without Ismark here, she seems to be trying to open up to you all. And she'll say, "So tell me about the lands you're from. Rufus, you said you're from a place called the Gwaindire. It sounds so lovely. Tell me about it."
The Gwaindire. It is a beautiful region. We are under the protection of the Gwain Lord, a noble deity, not like the gods seem to have forsaken this place. This place is like the twisted version of the Great Bosonian Marsh in the Gwaindire. But yes, I was born in Castle Resplendent in Gwaindire with my brother. My elder brother, who's a twin, I'll take out the picture and say, "Look, here is us as children. Here's myself, Rupert, my brother, and I. We played together. Now he is the Lord Gwaindire, Lord of all Gwaindire.
Rufus,
and he protects Gwaindire."
you look at your picture that you because I'm sure you look at it as well. You're like, here's my.
Oh yeah, I love
here's
that
my
picture.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Rufus, no.
Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Oh no.
What'd you get?
7.
A 7?
Yeah.
You look at it, and for a split second, you see your brother with a knife stabbing into your jugular and blood squirting out like profusely out the side. You're just like taken aback. Your eyes in the picture are like shocked, and it looks like your brother has just murdered you. And then all of a sudden, you do a double take. You look at it, and it's back to the normal picture of the two of you as kids.
I look at Irina. Does she react to that?
She says, "He looks like a lovely ruler. Tell me, is there sunshine at Castle Resplendent? I've heard so much about this sunshine."
Yes. Well, Castle Resplendent is coated in white marble specifically to reflect the glorious sunshine of our land. In fact, our land is called the Golden Valley because it is a valley, and the sun from the south, the sun shines from the south straight down the valley, very fertile and productive farmlands all across the Golden Valley.
This beautiful portrait you're painting in everybody's mind twists. Your mind's eye sees your marble castle, blood dripping down all the white marble, basically just tarnishing it. You can see your fields, again, rain falling down on these lush fields, but you realize it's actually blood. And then you snap out of it again. You realize where you are, holding your brother's picture.
Yes, and I'll put the picture away. It is a glorious place. But my path was for glory, so I had to leave. And now I travel to make every place as good as Gwaindire.
She says, "I would love to visit it one day."
And you will. We will go there together. You and I. We have great rooms in Castle Resplendent.
This will bring a great smile to her face, one you haven't seen really on her.
And if you go by the South Bridge district of Gwaindire City, they have fantastic dress shops. The best.
She's like, "I would love to go shopping with you in the Gwaindire." Now,
Awesome.
She'll look over to Dione, and she'll say, "What about you? What about your family?"
Well, my family, they are a long, long way away. I lost them a while ago, but I have found my way in life by searching for the truth. Sometimes, as you know, you experience yourself. Your family can be taken from you because of terrible things that you do not understand. I think you and I, perhaps we have more in common than you think. So, I am on my own quest to understand what has happened to my family. And perhaps one day I can return and I can help to restore the honor of my family, like you may one day restore the honor of yours.
We'll do it together, perhaps. Once you help me, I would love to visit your homeland as well.
Thank you. Yes, my homeland, it is very warm and dark and comforting, like you are inside the womb of a mother. Just like that, you are inside the womb of the earth.
I would love to feel like I'm inside the womb of your mother, she says.
Yes, yes, it is. Truly, there is no place like my own. I hope to take you there one day.
Thank you. And now all this time, I say, Canas, you're like resting because you're trying to get your spells back and everything. So you're kind of like meditating or doing something to the side of this conversation. And you can hear Yune in your mind voice. And she's saying to you, do you believe that we are going to find this Valaki?
We must find Valaki. And if we don't find Valaki, we must find something else. We need to find out more of Barovia.
Did she say there were cannibals on the road?
She said that she's heard stories of cannibals on the road.
So
Unfortunately,
definitely cannibals on the road.
yes, based on what we've seen, I would agree to that.
I'm scared.
This is a scary place, Yune. Just stay close. And
I was almost killed by zombies.
I know. Yes, and wolves, and that thing in the basement. But you were brave, Yune. You flew right up to it and attacked it. You may have saved. I don't remember who was right next to it at that point. I think it might have been Dione. You may have saved Dione. Or Rufus, or whoever it was. That thing was so... I've already blanked it out of my mind.
That's what I should do. Blank it out of my mind. Forever.
No, you must remember, because we will be encountering many more of those things.
I mean,
Just
I will
remember.
never forget this day.
Well, okay. Well, you know, Yune, I can't tell you what to do.
I will always remember.
And yet, I will.
I will always remember this moment.
Thank you, Yune. Have you been enjoying your time with the others?
The new one seems really fantastic.
Irina.
Yes, I would love to be friends with her.
That's great. You please feel free to be friends with all of them.
And I guess Yune at this point is not invisible, right?
Yeah, Yune's visible.
Okay, so Yune will introduce herself to Irina, and you can see this conversation happening, and you finish your short rest. Tim, Laurent, you're basically finishing up your song of rest, so you don't really partake in this. You're playing your, what was it, the flute or the lute?
The loot.
Okay, so you're strumming away, and you basically just, spend your time improving the morale and the hit points of the group. But it's time to move along.
I wish to say something.
Please do.
Companions, we have been brought together by fate. You can see, the four of us, and Irina. Fate has decreed we are to achieve glorious deeds. So let us go onward to glory in this dark place. And everyone gains 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah! What is it called again?
Inspiring leader.
Inspiring leader, good. Okay, so you have your hit points back, or at least some of them if you rolled for it. Some of you got spells back, some of you got abilities back, and Rufus gave everybody 5 temporary hit points. Don't forget Laurent's extra d6 for your healing. Now we're going to head out onto the road here, and you're going to come to what looks like a river crossroads here. The river does snake along, as you can see, right? You can see it kind of moving. This is called the River Ivlis, and Irina will tell you this is kind of like a pretty standard geographic feature that kind of is present throughout the lands of Barovia. Now, of course, as you progress through the night, you come to this crossroads, early... Huh?
I tell her in Gwaindire, our river is called the River Gwain. It twinkles in the sun.
It just sounds like a more lovely Barovia.
Yes.
She says, though, I will say one thing. This place does have an inner beauty. It may not seem that way right now, but if you've lived here long enough, you would respect it. But it is hard to see it through all the monsters and the mists. 'Tis a shame. You get to the crossroad here, You can see an old wooden gallows creaking in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. You can see a frayed length of rope dancing on its beam. The well-worn road splits here. You can see the signpost opposite the gallows that points off in 3 directions. Backwards, which points to the Barovia village. That's what it's titled on the sign. And that faces east. You can see to the northwest, the label is the Sir Pool, and that's pronounced or it's spelled Tser, Sir Pool. And then to the southwest, you can see it says Ravenloft, Vallaki. Now, Irina says, "Don't be fooled," she says. "Look at the map," and she'll point here and say, "If we follow the river, if we stay closer to the north," she says, "we'll probably be able to get to Vallaki quicker." But she says, "I don't know. I don't recall ever being this far."
Why is the sign wrong?
I don't know. She looks at the map and she puts it down. She says, "This is the map that Ismark gave me." She says, "I believe it.
When and where did Ismark get the map?
This is our father's map." She says, "I believe it. I believe we go north."
It does
Let's just
appear.
go north.
It does appear we will reach a settlement if we continue north towards the river.
I have heard that Vistani are known to roam these roads as well.
What do you know of Vistani?
I know what most people know. They're traders, merchants. They can travel through the lands of Barovia.
Traders with
gifted.
a D. I'm sorry.
Say it again?
Not traders. Traders.
Correct, like merchants.
Thank you.
Have you encountered any besides the 3 women in?
Oh,
village of
many over
Barovia?
the years. Many. Some of them are more pleasant to work with than others. My father always had to deal with them. But just like all of us, right? Some of us are good people and others are bad.
Well, we are all good people here.
We are.
While they're talking about the Vistani, can I look? I kind of want to look sidelong at Laurent to see if he's having any kind of like reaction to this interaction.
Just trying to take in as much information as them as I can about Vistani as I can. Having been told I might have closer ties, not like nothing like outward besides like generally engaged in the conversation. Like they are interesting people.
Okay. Dione's got her eyes on you.
I am flattered. I feel like the prettiest girl at the prom.
Dione, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, jeez. Okay. Boop. Wow. Okay, big old 1.
Okay, nat 1. Perfect. So you are studying Laurent's face, right? You're kind of looking at him during this conversation as she's explaining who the Vistani are. You look at him to see if there's any reaction. But kind of like how a camera gets out of focus and like refocuses on something else, just behind him is that gallows that you saw earlier. Again, it's just a worn, frayed rope that's hanging from it. It's not even a noose, right? But you look and you hear a creaking noise coming from that gallows. So again, like you focused on him, but then he goes out of focus, and you look there. It looks like there's a body hanging on there, a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly. You're also, with your dark vision, you can see pretty far in this setting. The creature's dead eyes fix upon you. It's actually you. It's a Dione hanging there. Small little Dwergar halfling.
Well, I will shriek, and I point at what I saw. I say, "Look! I don't know what's." And I guess I assume the other people don't
I'll
see.
immediately turn around.
They don't see
turn to
anything.
look.
No, nothing's there. It's a frayed rope.
You don't see the body. You don't see this monstrosity. I'm like cowering, staring at it wide-eyed.
I'm sure many dark deeds have been done here. We should move on from this place.
There's
And
nothing there now.
Dione, you look back
Certainly.
and there's nothing there. It's rope.
Let us go.
Ugh. I shiver like one of those like whole body shivers. I say, okay, let's go. Let's go quickly. Let's go. I start like power walking as fast as my little legs can take me.
All right, so you travel again, going north. You stick away from the sign that says Valaki. You go north toward the Sur Pool, and here is where you'll encounter something.
Certainly looks that way.
The road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path that goes through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to the black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here, next to the river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. You can see 5 colored round tents. Each tent is 10 feet in diameter, and it seems to be pitched outside a ring of four barrel-topped wagons. You can see a much larger tent standing near the shore of the lake, sagging from its It's sagging from. Sorry, I misread that again. It's sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, you can see 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. You also see the mournful strains of an accordion clash. You hear that in the sound in the distance. Singing, and several brightly clad figures are around a bonfire. The footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. I'll switch us to our map here. Okay. You're in an encampment, and it's pretty wild here. You approach, and since it's so loud, you hear the accordion music, the singing, the dancing. There's no way that you're going to be surprised or anything like that. You would be able to sneak up and see what's going on here in the pool. Let me bring you to our Roll20. There we go. All right. Place yourselves on the road. You'll be coming up from the south, so you'll be coming up somewhere here on the road. You could be in the trees if you'd like. But it's a encampment of Vistani, clearly.
All these people look identical.
It's incredible.
Look at that. They all look like Laurent.
They're
Oh my
all
God.
related.
We are Laurent. They're chanting.
Oh, low wrong.
We are Laurent.
Do they remind me of the people that I saw back in Daggerford?
They do. They definitely do. Maybe not the same exact people,
They're
but
not
they
the same
look,
people.
dress, they sing
Okay.
similar tones of their songs, right? It all sounds very familiar. So place your tokens here, and I'm going to just bring this map out so people can all see on YouTube. All right. What do you got here, everybody? What do you want to do?
I am.
Madam Ava is here.
As soon as I noticed other people, I kind of slipped into the underbrush, and I am kind of stealthing and trying to observe them from a distance without being noticed.
Yeah, you could do that. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah. Okay. We got us a 20.
A 20. Perfect. Yeah, you're able to get close, real close. They're not paying attention. They seem to be drinking, dancing, singing, accordion music playing. You can hear it through the air. There are a bunch of, like I said, round tents. You can see horses drinking by the water, and they don't seem to notice you.
Okay. Can I overhear any of their conversation?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. As you linger kind of on the opposite side of the road, you can hear one of the men standing by the fire. He's in the middle of some sort of story. And he says, "It was a year ago today. I remember it like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing." He points to one of the other Vistani. "A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass." What do you do?
I guess I'll whisper to the others if they're close enough. Whoever's close enough, I'll whisper. I think they know the wizard that we have been hearing about. The wizard.
The lizard.
Wizard.
The
One
wizard.
who,
Or
Father
the
Donovich's son.
I
was
still
wizard.
say the lizard.
Wizard.
I want to I want to hear this.
Oh. Yeah, should we all hide?
Let's hide so we can hear the story.
Perhaps we could walk up and hear this story.
But they may not be as honest with strangers.
Fair.
We can introduce ourselves after we have heard.
So the consensus is you want to kind of stay hidden in here?
At least in the shadows, it's not like actively hiding.
Go ahead, give me
Yeah.
stealth. Give me stealth checks. Yeah.
Ooh.
21 for Canas.
16.
16 for Laurent and Rufus 6. Okay, great. All right. So Rufus, you kind of maybe go up to one of those like wagons or something. You go to a hiding spot that you think would be good, but in reality, one of the Vistani will see you and turn. The rest of you are all hidden, and he'll say, look who we've got here. Come, hear the story, hear the tale of the crazed wizard."
I walk in and say, "Friends, yes. I am Rufus. I was on the road, and I have heard stories of this wizard. Lizard.
Lizard?
Wizard.
Someone's had too much to drink already.
Haha. I am curious. Continue your story. It is captivating me."
He says, "Good, gather round. Get him a drink." He's like, the guy will pass you a clay mug or something filled with ale. I know you've been given drinks by them before, so
Yeah, this should be right now because it was ready before I came.
yeah. You ready? You take it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Yune go invisible and just walk out and say, "Rufus, where did you go?" And I'll walk out.
Okay. All right, so you walk out as well, and they'll give you a mug and allow you to come in and sit by the fire, warm yourself. It's actually quite comforting. The story, he says, this Vistani who's there, he's very charismatic. He's not as old as, I forget the name of the one that you had met. I was trying to find it just now, but, Aragale, right? Yeah, Aragale.
Right, yeah.
Aragale. No, he's not old. This guy's a bit younger. But he has a very distinct look. Again, the traditional like goatee type dark beard of the Vistani that you've seen many of the men bear. He says, "Yes, the wizard came over a year ago. And like I said, he thought that he could defeat the devil himself. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror." He sneezes and then continues with the story. He says, "A few of them, they stood their ground. They were never seen again. Though I do hear that one, a paladin of the sun god, a far-off god, lived to tell the tale." What do you say?
What was this paladin's name?
I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. I wasn't really paying attention when I heard the story first, but I do know that the wizard and the vampire, they cast spells at each other. Oh, it was glorious. The battle flew over the courtyards of Ravenloft. You could see the battle down there. From what I hear, thunder shook the mountainside. Great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, even the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death.
From the castle.
From the ramparts. Some others climbed down to see if his body was there, but it was a quick search. He was gone. The River Ivlis had already spirited him away. Yes, I remember.
Did this wizard travel with a man named Doru?
Doru? Who is that?
Somebody that we heard was traveling with a wizard.
I don't know every commoner's name. Like I said, we were just observers. That's what we do, Vistani. We observe.
So what do you think of the Devil's Strahd?
Most of the people around the tent kind of cackle and burst into laughter at that. And they say, there's not much to think about. We have our role, and we do it good.
So he leaves you alone.
Exactly.
And what is your role? To be merchants and find? I heard a tale that you're requesting to find someone to better the Devil's Strahd, your people.
You say that out loud to this guy?
Yeah.
A hush rolls out over this campsite. All the people look to the tent that you can see on the shore. This kind of larger tent, the square tent. And their tones are also hushed. And he says, "You're here to see Madame Ava?"
When
We
they
are.
mention Madame Ava, I'm gonna step out of the bushes and closer to the circle.
Yes, come out. Come out. We're all friends here.
Ah.
If you-
And sigh and also
Woods.
step out of the bush.
In the woods taking a piss, Laurent.
Been a long day of walking.
He looks
Yeah,
to
come out.
he looks to the other Vistani and he motions to them. See if Madame Ava's aware that they're here.
Okay. I'm trying to step out of the woods, but for some reason I can't move my thing. I can move that way. I can move to the left, but not to the. Huh?
You trapped yourself.
I somehow have.
I don't know
Well-
how that's possible.
All right. I'm taking a nap. Okay, I'm done taking a nap.
Oh no,
I
you're
feel-
in the fire.
Oh no!
Oh God!
All right. As I step out of
burns.
the woods, I like yawn hugely. I'm like, ah.
It burns.
Oh, hello. Yes, and then I start screaming in the flames. I say, "Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm late. This looks
Another
like a fun party."
another Vistani comes out of the tent and says, "Madame Ava's been waiting for you."
Has she?
That's what she said. Go on in. Everything kind
Well,
of feels a bit surreal right now. Like you walked out, there's these weird people, story going on, and Madame Ava's been waiting for you.
Oh, well, it seems if Madame Ava's been waiting for us, you wouldn't be alarmed by a devilish creature that is my traveling companion. Yune, come.
Yeah, the imp can appear, and nobody will be alarmed. Nobody seems to second guess anything. So the four of
Come, my
you
friends.
and Irina will head into the tent.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see all the Vistani kind of lined up as you walk by, and they watch you as you go into the tent. When you get in,
Sorry, as before you go into the tent, as we kind of walk by them,
yep.
do they have any distinct, maybe features or characteristics that are similar to Laurent?
Yeah, now give me a quick either investigation or insight check.
Okay. Oof, 7.
I mean, it's not a perfect match. Like, he doesn't look exactly like most of them, but even the way he styles his facial hair, the pigmentation of the skin and things like that, he does look like maybe they all come from the same region. Now, at this point, you enter into the tent, Madame Ava's tent, and it's clearly her tent. When you walk in, you can see red, flickering flames casting a glow over the interior. You lower your heads, enter in, and you can see a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball that's placed on the table, and you see a hunched figure peering into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. "At last, you have arrived." She bursts into laughter, like mad lightning from her withered lips. She says, "Oh, Yes, Canas. I know you.
What do you mean, you know me?
I know Yune as well. And you there, Rufus of Gwaindire, brother of Rupert,
Greetings.
Dione Ironsage, and Laurent LeMaire, and the lovely Irina Kolyana. Yes, I know all of you.
How is it you know of us, and yet we don't know of you?
She says, I have a particular set of skills. And don't worry about that vase.
I knock into the vase.
You turn and there's a vase on a little stand. You knock it over.
Accidentally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But... I guess. Go on.
I am the Oracle. No, just kidding.
There's a child outside bending a spoon.
Sorry. Had to do it. She says, sit down, sit down. You can see while she is a little like, she's a little erratic, her behavior. She's like kind of jumpy and she's like looking in this ball and she's kind of paying attention, half paying attention, but she does seem sharp. She called out all of you by name. She knew who you were. She produces a worn deck of cards on the table and will move the crystal ball to the side. Would you like your fortunes read?
Yes. And I think I would probably recognize the back of the cards is similar to the deck of cards that I also carry.
It is. It's a Tarokka deck.
I definitely want my cards read then.
She'll look at all of you. The rest of you, would you like your fortunes read?
Yes.
Sorry, I just have a look of hesitation, but I eventually agree. Yes.
She'll want you to sit down at this low table. There's small little pillows to sit on.
I'll sit down and I'll say, I know my fortune. Glory awaits me. But I used to enjoy the fortune teller with Compton Ferris when I was a young man.
This might be a little bit different than the fortune teller at the fair. She says, I know why you're here. I know. You've come to defeat the evil in this land. Isn't that right, Irina? And Irina looks very scared at this point, but she kind of reaches back, builds up her grit, and she's determined, and she says, that's right. We're here to kill the devil. And Madame Ave says, unfortunately, I cannot help you kill Strahd. But perhaps by knowing your fortunes, you'll be better equipped. I, personally, she says, and she says this kind of louder than her voice, would never betray someone who's gifted our people so much. She says that pretty loud and clear. But as I said, perhaps we read your fortune, and that will guide you. What do you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly.
Excellent.
Does Irina look scared?
She does, but she's kind of, she's sticking with it here.
Oh, okay. I'll take her hand.
Sure.
Aw.
All right. I want to make sure I'm doing this right, because I think Roll20 can accomplish this. I think this can be accomplished. I have tested this, okay, everybody? I have tested this. We're going to see if it works.
In the meantime, Yune goes up to Laurent and says, Hey, how have you been?
You know, was doing pretty well until I saw Ismark try and kill himself, be a wolf. It's been a troubling night so far. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared of those cannibals.
The cannibals are still on my mind too. When Yune talks to me, am I talking to myself, or is Yune like present and like physically corporal?
No, Yune's there. Yune's
okay. I'm like
visible.
Visible. Gotcha, but that's all right.
You've got
is
such a
visible.
bond, you and Yune.
Yeah, I mean, when you read each other's diary, it adds a certain gravitas to a relationship, and Yune, I have that.
All right, ready to do
Dione,
this? I'm ready
What
to do
did
this.
you
Yep.
see? All right. See you later, Dione.
Oh, that was weird.
Not now, do you? Not now.
I am a little weirded out, okay?
No, I want to make friends.
All right, so here we go. So
Anyway.
we're ready.
Eunuch,
We're ready to do the
quiet.
card reading. I'm just
Quiet.
making sure roll
Eunuch.
20 is doing this right. All right, so here we go. So basically, she pulls out a deck and she shuffles it quickly. She actually separates the decks into 2 piles, though, after she shuffles. She says, this one is the high deck, and this one is the common deck. She says, for some of your readings, I'll have you draw from one deck as opposed to the other. And she's going to start with, she's going to start with Laurent. You see the cards that just appeared there?
Yes.
Okay, so if you hover over the deck, you should
It says
see it
Tarokka
say,
common deck.
yep, and you should see it say deal, right? So if you deal, you should be able to flip a card over when you press it, and then grab that card and drag it into the play area.
Like to draw a drag deal, so I'm going to click once.
Yep.
And then I will drag it into the play area.
Yep, exactly.
Anywhere in particular, or just anywhere is fine?
Right here, she says, to the left-hand side.
Oops, sorry. Yep.
Mhm.
Right there.
Perfect. Great. And it was what is it? What is it? What is it, Laurent?
It's a number 5, the Elementalist. And it appears to have a wizard of some kind casting lightning with 5 stars above them.
Yeah. So you see, she says, the 5 of stars. She says to you, this card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. By the way, you may want to write down a lot of notes right now. And luckily, we have this on recording, so you'll be able to look back if necessary, but you're going to want to write down as much of this as possible. All right?
Thank you.
She says, this card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. The Elementalist. Ah, yes, I see now. This treasure that you're looking for would be hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain guarded by amber giants. Very tricky. Now you, Dione. Pick another card.
Okay.
And again, just hover over it, hit deal, and then you should be able to drag that card into the player. Oh, perfect. There you go. And place it
Well,
up top, Dione. She says, place it here.
okay. I prend the 9 of stars. This is called the Conjurer.
Oh, the Conjurer. Excellent. Oh, I see now. Yes, this card tells of a powerful force of good for protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
I could use protection. This is good.
I see it now. A dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into this world.
Sounds like Barovia, potentially.
You there? She says, Canas. Pick the next card.
I just click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Where shall I put this one?
Ah, place this one to the right. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon, of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. This will be important in your destiny. What have you drawn?
I have drawn the traitor.
Spell it. Is it traitor or traitor?
Traitor.
Traitor. Ah.
Number 9. Or number 6. I don't know. I think it's number 6.
It's number 9.
Okay.
Yes, the traitor. Look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps this treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy. Now, she puts this deck away. And she'll bring out a new deck, the second pile. This is the high deck. With this, you'll be able to find some allies, perhaps. She says, draw this card to Rufus.
The seer I have drawn.
This card sheds light on the one who will help you greatly in your battle against the darkness. And you said it was the seer?
Mm-hmm. Where shall I put this card?
Place this on the bottom, Rufus. Oh, I see it now. Yes. I see it well. Look for a dusk elf living among the Vistani. He has suffered a great loss and is haunted by dark dreams. Help him, and he will help you in return. And then finally she says to Irina, draw that last card, my dear. And she'll place it right in the middle. Can somebody read the card to me?
Tempter.
The Tempter. She says, this final card will tell you where your enemy, the creature of darkness, will be. The card will lead you to him. And is the Tempter, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, she says. I hear a wedding bell. Or perhaps a death knell. It calls to thee to a mountainside abbey. Oh, I apologize. I just lied to you here. That was the Tempter. I apologize. Whoops. There goes that.
We got extra information.
Yes, I lied to you all. I see it now. It wasn't clear before. Now it's crystal clear.
The cards are tough, you know.
Yes. A secret place. Ah, now I see it. Yes. A vault of temptation, hidden behind a woman of great beauty. I knew there was a woman involved. The evil waits atop his tower of treasure. She looks to all of you and she says, I know that you will do the best you can. Many have come before you. But I believe this card reading will provide you all that you need to achieve your destiny. She says, I wish we could talk more, but as I said before, I would never betray our leader of this land. She kind of looks at all of you with a knowing look. She says, go. You may stay with the Vistani here tonight. In the morning, you will be on your own.
Could I ask one question?
Go ahead.
We have encountered many creatures of darkness. Are there any creatures of light among Barovia? Perhaps angels?
Angels? In this place? I wouldn't count on it.
Very well. And I walk out.
You're more likely to find a fallen angel than any other angel I'd encounter.
I stop when she says that.
Some say the devil himself is a fallen angel. And she'll give you a big grin and smile. He's not an angel that I would cross.
Thank you, Madam Ava.
I do wish you luck. And you, Irina. I will keep you in my thoughts. And the rest of you, please, enjoy your night of safety. Tomorrow, I cannot guarantee it. And the four of you leave the tent of Madame Ava, join back with the revelry of the rest of the Vistani, and you look at each other. You look at Irina. We should rest and gear up for our journey tomorrow. Who knows what the roads will have in store for us.
But now we have a path forward.
Seems we have many paths.
And I think at this point, imagine if this was a movie, the camera would pan out. It would be like a drone shot looking up from above, looking at the Vistani camp at the Sur Pool. And you look out at the entire lands of Barovia, covered in mists, shrouded in mystery. And now, new allies to find, items to attain, and who knows what'll happen when we get back in January for our next episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. This was a great one. Madame Ava gave you a lot of things to think about, and I think over the next 3 weeks, we'll have to plan exactly what we're going to do, but get Irina to safety, see what's up with these encrypted messages that she gave you through the card reading, and then move on from there. Thoughts before we leave here, before we go break for a couple weeks?
I'm having a blast.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And also, amazing job with this whole like card deck situation. How long did it take you to put this together?
So I can't take too much credit for this. The Roll20 has this designed with the card drawing and stuff like that. The only thing is that I've never done using a card deck through it before, so I was worried that it wouldn't work. But I tested it a bunch of times, so I felt pretty good. I was just worried maybe there was a different interface on your side, but it was as simple as just clicking on it and then dragging it. So, yeah.
On YouTube, somebody asked, and I don't know if you can answer this, but was it random or was it a fixed deck? Like, did you know what cards, or was it like completely?
No, I did not know. It's completely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did not know. And obviously, though, I will say there's a couple things to this. We'll talk. I can't talk about any of the secrets until after the final roll, which may be like a year from now. But this is a very crucial part of the game. It's a big deal. So, but no, I did not. I don't know. I had no idea what you were gonna get. We'll tell you though, the first time I played this game in person many years ago, I did that. I stacked the. I knew what it wasn't. But it wasn't like a trick or anything. I was very upfront with my group. I was like, I'm deciding here. So it was very. It wasn't like I duped them or anything like that. But for you all, no, I did not pick these. I did not pick these. So,
Heart of
but
the cards.
yeah, heart of the cards, exactly. But we will talk more when we get back in January. We'll let you know, but I think ultimately we'll probably be back sometime January 2nd or January 9th. Keep up to date on everything. Like I said, links below in the description. Don't forget to like this video because that also helps. That's great. Yeah, I think we'll see you on the tabletop. Have a great holiday, whatever you're celebrating, and we'll see you in the new year.
Enjoy your time in safety.
That's right. There may not be many more safe nights. So we'll see you on the tabletop, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Happy
Bye.
holidays. Bye.